Welcome back to the day where we dive deep into the latest twists and turns in Salem's most captivating storylines. Today, we're exploring the intriguing developments surrounding Amy Choi and the mysterious baby Tesoro, including whispers of a hidden DNA test that could shake up family ties. The heart-wrenching decision and a glimmer of hope in the ever-unfolding drama of Days of Our Lives, Sophia Choi finds herself grappling with the aftermath of a profoundly difficult choice. She recently discovered that her precious son, whom she reluctantly placed in the protective embrace of a fire station safe haven box amid overwhelming circumstances, is now under the watchful care of Javi Hernandez and Leo Stark. This revelation brings a mix of emotions for Sophia, as she reflects on the sleepless nights and tearful moments leading up to that fateful day. The Safe Haven program, designed to offer anonymous surrender for newborns in crisis, allowed Sophia to ensure her child's safety without legal repercussions, but the emotional toll has been immense. Imagine the inner turmoil she endured, weighing her own unstable situation against the promise of a better life for her baby. Yet, there's a silver lining in this cloud of uncertainty, knowing that Javi, with his kind-hearted nature and community ties, and Leo, whose quirky yet devoted personality shines through in unexpected ways, have stepped up as guardians. They've transformed their home into a nurturing haven, complete with cozy nurseries adorned with colorful mobiles and soft lullabies echoing through the halls. Sophia can draw some comfort from picturing her little one giggling in their arms, perhaps during playful park outings or bedtime stories, assured that he's surrounded by love and stability in the bustling world of Salem. A chance encounter sparks unforeseen connections. However, the plot thickens as spoilers hint at potential complications for Sophia, especially now that Amy Choi has crossed paths with baby Tesoro and sensed an inexplicable pull toward him. This isn't just a fleeting moment. It's the kind of serendipitous meeting that soap operas thrive on, layering in layers of intrigue and heartfelt drama. Amy, known for her resilient spirit and deep familial instincts, might find herself drawn into a web of secrets that could unravel everything Sophia has carefully guarded. Adding to the tension, Amy's own backstory includes a history of longing for family completeness, perhaps stemming from past losses or unfulfilled dreams of motherhood, which makes her instant affinity for Tesoro all the more poignant. Viewers can anticipate how this connection might evolve, blending tenderness with underlying suspense, as Amy navigates her emotions in the shadow of Salem's endless surprises. The courthouse meeting. Affection takes center stage. Flashback to the episode aired on July 17, where the courthouse becomes an unlikely stage for budding relationships in Days of Our Lives. Amy, attending jury selection for what seems like a routine civic duty, unexpectedly spots Tesoro nestled comfortably in his stroller, accompanied by Leo, who's also there for the same obligation. The bustling courthouse corridors, filled with the hum of legal proceedings and echoing footsteps, provide the perfect backdrop for this tender interaction. Amy's eyes light up as she approaches, her voice softening into coos and gentle smiles directed at the adorable infant. She even lingers a moment longer, returning after being dismissed from jury duty to plant a soft kiss on Tesoro's forehead and whisper a fond farewell, her actions revealing a maternal warmth that's impossible to ignore. This scene, rich with emotional nuance, showcases Amy's natural charm and the baby's innocent charm, perhaps highlighted by Tesoro's tiny hands reaching out or his gurgling laughs that melt hearts. It's these small, intimate details that hint at deeper story arcs, suggesting that fate, or clever scripting, has more in store for this duo. Building bonds and future interactions. It's evident that Amy harbors a strong attraction to Tesoro, setting the stage for Days of Our Lives to explore this dynamic further. Spoilers tease that similar chance meetings could pepper the upcoming weeks, weaving Tesoro more firmly into Amy's daily life. Picture Amy bumping into Leo and the baby at local spots like the Town Square Cafe, where steaming cups of coffee and casual chats turn into opportunities for Amy to hold Tesoro, feeling his warmth against her as she rocks him gently. These repeated encounters might include playful moments, such as Amy helping with a diaper change during an impromptu picnic or sharing parenting tips drawn from her own experiences. As the storyline progresses, these interactions could deepen, allowing Amy to form memories that feel almost familial, like capturing Tesoro's first attempts at crawling on her phone or selecting tiny outfits during a shopping spree. The show's writers seem poised to capitalize on this chemistry, potentially introducing subplots where Amy's involvement brings both joy and unforeseen challenges to the forefront. The fake adoption tale and emotional attachments following Sophia's efforts to peddle a fabricated adoption narrative, perhaps concocted to shield her secrets and maintain a facade of normalcy. Amy might find her attachment to Tesoro intensifying. This deception, layered with Sophia's clever manipulations and half-truths shared in hushed conversations around Salem, could inadvertently pull Amy closer as she seeks to mend the emptiness in her heart left by her own maternal yearnings. Imagine Amy reflecting on her life's voids during quiet evenings, her thoughts drifting to Tesoro's bright eyes and infectious smile, which remind her of what could have been. To flesh this out, the show might introduce scenes where Amy volunteers at community events, only to find Tesoro there, strengthening her resolve to be a positive force in his life. This growing bond serves as a poignant reminder of the voids that drive characters in Days of Our Lives, blending hope with the ache of unfulfilled desires. Babysitting scenarios and sweet observations envisioning the creative possibilities, it's not hard to see Days of Our Lives crafting scenarios where Amy steps in as a babysitter for Tesoro. For instance, Leo might face an urgent crisis. Say, a sudden work emergency at the Spectator office or a family mishap requiring his immediate attention, prompting Amy to offer her help without hesitation. During these times, Amy could immerse herself in caregiving, from preparing homemade baby food with fresh ingredients sourced from Salem's market to singing soothing songs passed down through her family heritage. These moments might unfold in cozy settings, like Amy's warmly lit living room adorned with family photos, where Tesoro's laughter fills the air. Eventually, Sophia could stumble upon this endearing connection, witnessing firsthand the gentle way Amy interacts with the child, perhaps during a hidden observation from afar. This sight might stir a whirlwind of emotions in Sophia, from jealousy over the closeness to a reluctant admiration for the bond forming between Amy and her nephew, whom she views through a lens of protective secrecy. Intuitive pulls and detective instincts at the core of this unfolding saga is Amy's intuitive connection to Tesoro, an almost sixth sense draw that could propel her into amateur sleuth mode, uncovering truths far beyond what Sophia anticipated. This mysterious link, perhaps fueled by subtle clues like Tesoro's familiar features or an unspoken energy, might inspire Amy to dig deeper, questioning coincidences and piecing together puzzles in her mind. Adding inventive flair, the storyline could include Amy confiding in trusted friends about her hunches, leading to late-night research sessions or discreet inquiries around town. As she plays detective, viewers might see her navigating Salem's underbelly of secrets, from eavesdropping on conversations at the Brady pub to examining old family records, all while balancing her daily life. The secret DNA test and potential twist speculation abounds that Amy, driven by a nagging suspicion that Tesoro might be her own grandson, could orchestrate a clandestine DNA test to confirm her instincts. This bold move, shrouded in secrecy and high stakes, might involve Amy discreetly obtaining samples, perhaps a strand of hair from Tesoro during a visit or a swab from a discarded item, and sending them to a private lab under an alias. The tension builds as results loom, with possibilities ranging from triumphant validation of her blood ties to devastating interference if Sophia, ever the cunning protector, manages to tamper with the process through clever alliances or forged documents. Either outcome promises explosive drama, heightening the stakes for all involved. Trouble on the horizon. Stay tuned. In the end, Days of Our Lives spoilers indicate that Amy and Tesoro's initial meeting is just the tip of the iceberg, potentially leading to turbulent revelations and alarming developments for Sophia. As family secrets bubble to the surface in Salem, keep your eyes peeled for more updates on this riveting plotline. We'll be here to bring you every twist. Next, Amy's choice. Embracing baby Tesoro as family in the swirling drama of Days of Our Lives, the revelation that baby Tesoro is Amy Choi's grandson would send shockwaves through her world, igniting a cascade of emotions and decisions that could redefine her life in Salem. Amy, a woman whose heart has long yearned for deeper familial bonds, would face a pivotal moment, balancing her intuitive pull toward the child with the complex realities of his existence. Would she step up to raise Tesoro herself? Let's explore what Amy might do, weaving through her emotional journey and the practical choices she'd confront. A heart stirred by truth upon learning that Tesoro is her grandson, perhaps through the clandestine DNA test she orchestrated with a mix of hope and trepidation, Amy's world would tilt. The confirmation would hit like a tidal wave, flooding her with joy, responsibility, and an ache for the lost time. Picture Amy sitting in her cozy living room, surrounded by family photos that whisper of her longing for connection, clutching the test results. Her eyes, brimming with tears, would linger on memories of her courthouse encounter with Tesoro, where his tiny hands and gurgling laughter sparked an inexplicable bond. That moment, once a fleeting warmth, would now carry the weight of destiny. Amy's maternal instincts, already stirred by her tender interactions with Tesoro, would surge, urging her to protect and cherish this newfound family member. The pull to raise Tesoro, Amy's deep-rooted desire for family completeness, shaped by past losses and unfulfilled dreams of motherhood, would strongly incline her toward raising Tesoro herself. She'd envision a life where she could nurture him, filling her days with his giggles during park outings or soothing him with lullabies passed down through her heritage. Scenes might unfold in Salem's town square, where Amy pushes Tesoro's stroller, her face glowing with pride as passers-by comment on his bright eyes, so like her own family's. Her home, already a haven of warmth with colorful mobiles and soft blankets, would transform into a sanctuary tailored for Tesoro, complete with a nursery adorned with storybooks and toys she'd lovingly select. Yet, Amy's decision wouldn't come without introspection. She'd wrestle with her capabilities, her age, her resources, and the emotional energy required to raise a child. Late-night reflections might find her journaling by candlelight, weighing her longing against the stability Tesoro currently enjoys with Javi Hernandez and Leo Stark. Their nurturing care, marked by cozy bedtime stories and playful moments, would give her pause. Amy would admire their dedication but feel a fierce, almost primal urge to claim her role as Tesoro's grandmother, driven by a sense of duty to her bloodline. Navigating Sophia's shadow, the specter of Sophia Choi, Tesoro's mother, would loom large. Sophia's decision to place Tesoro in the safe haven box, born of desperation and love, would complicate Amy's path. If Sophia remains in the picture, Amy might hesitate, torn between respecting her sister's choices and her own desire to raise Tesoro. Tense conversations could unfold at the Brady pub, where Amy, sipping coffee, probes Sophia's intentions, searching for signs of stability or willingness to reclaim her son. If Sophia's fabricated adoption tale persists, Amy's detective instincts, honed by her sleuthing into Tesoro's origins, might lead her to confront the lies, potentially straining their relationship but clearing a path for her to step in. Should Sophia be out of the picture or unable to parent, Amy's resolve would solidify. She'd see herself as Tesoro's anchor, determined to provide the love and security she believes only a grandmother can offer. This choice would be fraught with legal and emotional hurdles, as Amy might need to navigate Salem's court system to secure custody, facing off against Javi and Leo's established guardianship. The courthouse, once the site of her tender moment with Tesoro, could become a battleground where her maternal warmth clashes with legal formalities. Building a new family. If Amy chooses to raise Tesoro, her life would transform into a tapestry of caregiving moments. She'd immerse herself in the daily joys and challenges, preparing homemade baby food with ingredients from Salem's market, reading him stories under a starlit ceiling projector, or teaching him to toddle in the park. Her community ties would come alive, with friends like those at the town square cafe offering support, perhaps organizing playdates or sharing parenting tips. Amy's resilience would shine as she balances these responsibilities with her own life, finding purpose in Tesoro's milestones, from his first words to his curious explorations. However, Amy might also consider a co-parenting arrangement, recognizing the bond Tesoro has formed with Javi and Leo. She could propose a shared caregiving plan, where Tesoro spends weekdays with her and weekends with them, ensuring he benefits from multiple sources of love. This compromise would reflect Amy's practicality, acknowledging the stability Javi and Leo provide while asserting her role as his grandmother. Picture family picnics where Amy, Javi, and Leo trade stories over sandwiches, Tesoro giggling at the center of their makeshift family. The emotional core at its heart, Amy's decision would stem from love, a love that transcends the chaos of Salem's secrets and Sophia's choices. Whether she raises Tesoro alone or alongside others, Amy's actions would be guided by a desire to fill the voids in her heart with his presence. She'd see Tesoro not just as her grandson but as a chance to rewrite her story, to build a legacy of warmth and connection. Every coup, every tiny hand wrapped around her finger, would affirm her choice, grounding her in a purpose that Days of Our Lives so masterfully portrays. As Salem's drama unfolds, Amy's journey with Tesoro promises to be a poignant arc, blending heartwarming moments with the inevitable twists that keep viewers hooked. Whether she becomes his primary caregiver or a devoted grandmother in a shared family, Amy's love for Tesoro will shine, a beacon in the stormy seas of Days of Our Lives.